Office of Emergency Management, and we, as far as we know, our Office of Emergency Preparedness is ready to deal with whatever the eventualities happen here in our state. It's also incumbent on as asked about payments. There are a couple of new changes in how citizens will be paying their claimants, and I think you need to get involved with that legislation and look at it, and the time frames that have changed in reporting incidents that happen. And I can tell you from experience and that you need to be very timely with your claims, and if you feel that you are not being responded to, then as Representative Port said, there are mechanisms that we can deal with it. Thank you.
There's also, in the bill, the insurance bill is a 90-day payment of property insurance claims. So it says the bill clarifies that current law requiring insurers to pay or deny a property insurance claim within 90 days of the receipt of notice of the claim applies to initial, reopened, or supplementary property insurance claims. So that's in there.
Good.
Okay, many of our legislators have to leave us, so I'm going to ask each of them to give a closing statement to our group, and then Lee and Alan and I are going to have some other comments. We're all going to be here for questions. We've got a bunch of attorneys down the hall. We've got an exciting announcement. So why don't we start with Representative Price?
Well, again, thank you very much for having me today. I certainly enjoy being with this group because you guys bring a tremendous amount of grassroots activity to the table. Donna, you and your team, pretty formidable force, that's for sure. And I know I certainly enjoyed working with you guys last year when we did the bill, and you were invaluable to me in that process. And as I look out and see Ewing and Christine here from the other coast, they were great resources to me in the process last year. So thank you for what you do. If I can ever be of a resource to you, please feel free to reach out. I would ask you to do one thing since we were talking about hurricanes. If every single one of you would send to your email database the link to floridadisaster.org to allow people to take a moment and spend 20 minutes in the comfort of their own home while the sun is shining before the wind is blowing to make an emergency plan for themselves, I think the state will be in a better position. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you again for coming. Thank you again for honoring me with the award. It's a privilege to receive it. Thank you for being involved. And again, several of the representatives on the Democrat and Republican have said it. The important thing is to be involved. If you want these changes to come into law or you don't want to change, you have to be involved. And again, that's the power of this organization and a very effective spokesperson for it in Donna and Kristen helping her. And just realize that's what's going to happen. If we don't want special interests to run things, then we have to have our own grassroots army. And you have a very powerful grassroots army. So thank you.
And by the way, Representative Hudson, you're popular with us.
Well, now that I've been following Representative Hudson, or we've been following me all morning, we've been in and out of meetings. I just want to say thank you very much for having invited me. And I learned something. I learned where this place is. And, and that's a biggie, because for me, sometimes traveling around Broward County, I get a little off track. But thanks to Navigate, I'm doing well now. But I want to say that it's important that you keep in touch with us. Not just the representatives that represent you, the other representatives. There are 120 of us in the legislature, and you know what it takes to pass a bill. So I want to say to you, I want to hear from you, even though you may not be in my district, and I see some people here who are in my district. My office needs to hear from you. We all need to know what you're talking about amongst yourselves. Is it something that we need to hear? So again, thank you very much for having invited me, Donna. And Kristen, I see you all the time. So have a good day. Thank you.
Thank you. And again, my thanks to Kristen for being so persistent, making sure that I got here today. I appreciate that tremendously. George Moritas said it best. He said, grassroots organizations are so very, very important. And the reason it is so important is because in Tallahassee, make no mistake about it, it is the big corporate interests that are in charge. So it's incumbent upon every one of the people in this room utilizing your own circles of influence to make sure that people do, in fact, go out to vote and say no to the special interests and say yes to the people, yes to the grassroots. Because what you're doing every single day is standing up for your rights. Okay? Nobody's giving you anything for nothing. You have to fight to get what you want in Tallahassee. It's obtainable, but you can't just sit there and not do anything. So my thanks to Donna Berger and to all the good people from CAN for all the good work that you do. And if anyone has any questions or needs any information or needs any help, get in touch with Representative Port. Thank you.
Thank you all for having us today. Really, together we really can make a difference, especially when you have leaders like Donna in charge. And she's taken very seriously on both sides of the aisle in Tallahassee. Donna really does rock the House and the Senate. I've left my business cards up here. I've written George's home and personal cell phone numbers on the back, and I encourage you to take one. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for those closing remarks. Very wonderful feeling today. I want to let everybody here know that the legislators that are here at this table listen. They hear what you're saying. They have open ideas about what we're trying to convey to them, and they try to understand where we're coming from. You know, a lot of them know about associations, but we have to educate them. And we hear from you what you desire, and we convey it to our legislators. The people up here, when you see their names, when you're voting, understand, these people understand what affects community associations, and they understand what's going to help community associations. Yes, Barbara.
I just want to remind those people who are CAN members, the CAN website makes it so easy for you to contact your representatives, your senators, your governor, your people in the county who need to be contacted. It's so easy to go there. The names are there. You just email them. You have their phone numbers, whatever. Please use the website to make your contacts and make them easy for you.
Okay. After we wrap up here, I'm sorry?
State the website.
The website is www.canfl.org. It's .org too. Nobody knows this. If you go to .org, it'll work too. .com. I got .com, .org, .net. Nobody's gonna hop in. .com. Okay. After the class, after this wonderful seminar, we're gonna have the Rapans, Bill and Susan, who we're so excited to have with the firm now to help us in our outreach of education for everybody in the state of Florida. They have a classroom in the back. We have some classes we'd like you to go to the back and look what they have to offer. All these classes we teach at this Law and Learning Center are free to board members and property managers and even people who aren't on boards that maybe want to be on boards in the future. So they have classes that you can sign up for that we're going to be scheduling regularly through this organization here. And they also have a gift bag for you with some information about CAN and other things that you may want to have and bring back to your boards of directors. So after the class, please feel free to go back in the area, have a drink, have some more food if you like. Visit the Rapans. They're very excited to hear from you and talk to you. We had a glowing recommendation from Representative Sands about the good work they've done at the Ombudsman's office for the last 7 years, I believe. And we're very, very excited to have them. So we're going to do a group shot that one of the reporters here wishes for us to do. And then Alan's going to finish with closing comments. Okay? We'll take a picture. Let's go.